This podcast may contain offensive content. You have been warned. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Diecast podcast. I am Johnny, your host and DM for today. Welcome to Season 6 proper of the Poobah Aboo, if that will give away anything that may happen during this season. We are back into it officially with Waywocket, Amalika, and Yosef, so thank you for coming back. Thank you for joining up if this is your first time, and thank you just for listening and sticking with us and showing us support. It means a lot to us. So, a lot to go over. A lot of things have changed since last week, so we're going to play a quick little thank you message that we just recorded about the Canadian Podcast Awards, and then we're going to talk at the break everything Corona related, because there may be some things we got to talk about to see if we get disrupted or not. Right now, everything still seems to be on the table, but we'll go into it in detail at the break. Please enjoy the beginning of Season 6 with Amalika, Waywocket, Yosef, and the Trollskull Trio. It's been exciting to record. It's been exciting to play. I hope you all like it. And I guess that's it. I'll see you at the break. Have fun. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Diecast podcast. We're just recording a quick little thing before the start of the actual season with Amalika, Waywocket, and Yosef, because we have all three characters here, and we just found out we won a Canadian Podcasting Award for Best Leisure Series. So we just wanted to go around the table and say thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a thing to win an award for sitting around a table and making myself laugh.
Yeah. And considering I feel like my entire debut on this is just asking questions over and over again, like what's happening. I still do that, so
You are not alone. I ask that myself sometimes.
To Miles.
Sometimes I'll be a dim like, Miles, what are you guys doing right now?
I don't know.
I would like to thank all of you. My cat, also, who is my rock.
That's a very cute cat.
Yeah, it's an adorable cat.
Very, very cute. She's just really like, you having a bad day? You want to snuggle? You having a good day? You want to snuggle? You having a day? Want to snuggle?
Sounds like she really only has one solution.
It's true.
But it
It's
works.
a good one, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Kitty snuggles are the best snuggles.
it's true. That's why she's the only person I'm thanking, aside from you guys.
Well, I'd like to thank all cats. Yeah, that's very cool. Thank you.
So yeah, I just want to say thank you from us to everyone who's listened, to new people who've listened, to old people who've listened, and we hope we get to do more, because I think I'm one of those people when something happens like this, like, awesome, what do we do next? And one of the big things for me would be D&D Live. Getting invited there would be freaking awesome to go.
Put that energy into the world.
Oh yeah, I've been radiating it out like you wouldn't believe. But I'd like, because we could buy tickets, but I want to earn our ticket there. And the other one would be the Emmy Awards, which we made it to the second last round of nominations last year. So maybe we'll make it to that's like the Oscars of the gaming awards. So very excited. Then we get a trip down to GaryCon right for coronavirus season.
Yeah. Maybe we might win that one by default this year.
We'll take it.
Default. But yeah, sorry.
And thank everyone who voted. That's cool. Thank you for the time. We know this is not the hugest listened to podcast, so the people who are dedicated enough to vote, that's amazing. That's so cool. That's so humbling.
Thank you so much. So on with the show of the new adventures of Amalika, Waywocket, and Yosef, and Carl.
He's there.
He's still there. We forget him sometimes. But he's...
What food's he gonna be this time?
Find
Stay
out.
tuned to find out.
Someday he'll be a strudel.
I thought you were gonna say he's gonna be a real boy, but like,
No, he's always going to be
it's true.
what he is.
Yeah. All right. So on with the show. We'll see you and enjoy the adventures. And thank you so much, everybody. I guess that's it.
Yay.
Thank you.
Back to D&D. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Diecast podcast, season 6. It's
Surprising to everybody.
I'm surprised as well. We are back with our characters from season 5, Waterdeep Dragon Heist. We're doing a homebrew version this time around, so we're gonna go off book and create our own adventure, our own shenanigans, problems, escapades, what have you. And just as a quick reminder for everyone who's tuning in for the first time, we don't play by the rules. We're going to break a lot of rules. So if you're looking for a rules-heavy D&D podcast, this is not for you.
And I don't know the rules anyways.
I, however, really want to get the rules right and mostly succeed.
But we're here for stories and good times. We're also doing a couple of new things with our own little homebrew versions of rules. So one is for inspiration. We're going to add in that if players have inspiration, they can now use it to give the DM disadvantage on a dice roll.
What?
So that way spellcasters or dramatic moments can change and flex a little bit. And the second is I was talking over with Steph and a couple of other people. Steph's character Malika is going to be having an extra 4 sorcery points to play around with, so she can have more chances to use her toys and abilities and whatnot.
I don't really know what sorcery points are either yet, so great.
You've used them here and there.
Yeah.
Have I?
Yeah, you have. You used it to extend your spell once.
It's been a bunch of months in real life.
Cool.
But as a recap, actually, let's do character introductions just for people who are new to it and just a refresher for people who have been listening for a while. I guess I am really out of sorts right now. Hey, you can find us on Twitter at Diecast Podcasts. Please give us a follow. And you can also subscribe to us on any app that plays a podcast and our own website at www.flyinglegendstudio.com. Leave a rating and review. It helps us out a ton to bring you more wonderful and hilarious stories. And if you find any links to those, you'll find a link to our Discord where we have conversations and funny whatnots. And I just posted a dice roller app thing today, which is, it's going to be like a month away or 2 months away from when this actually comes out. But we're there. We're having fun. So
we're in the future.
Oh yeah, I forgot banking episodes.
Yeah. We're making episodes.
I was like, what are you talking about?
buffer.
Right.
Yeah, a slightly more relaxed schedule than
This spring weather is just...
How about that resident hockey team who are actually playing tonight, ironically enough. But let's go around the table. Let's start with Miles.
Hello, it's me, Miles, returning once again with Waywocket Umpen Crampernap and Sprocket, Wiggins Waywocket Umpen Crampernap Sprocket, to be more precise. A 5th level rogue, a merchant, a little scallywag. Kind of talks around here. It's pretty fun to do. Looking forward to doing more of it.
All right, Steph.
I was trying to decide if I wanted to go just switch to full Hildy, but
Wow, the last minute.
I'm still very much in love
Turn
with our
this
rat
car
character.
around, yeah.
You never go full Hildy.
Want that just more than anything. But I'm Stephanie. I am returning. Hopefully we'll know a little bit more about the game this time around, but maybe not that much more. I've forgotten a lot. I will do my best to remember. I am playing Amalika Mayep, who may or may not be some sort of crime princess or shenanigans or something. She's recovering from a whole lot of weird traumas, is making, a nice little family with Waywocket and Yosef.
Don't forget Uncle Daddy.
Oh yeah,
And
and
sexy
Uncle
Uncle
Daddy. Sexy Uncle Daddy.
And the surprising reveal of the very alive mom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kill Bill.
Who, when we have not told Uncle Daddy, because is he involved? Is
Be
he not
too
involved?
hot.
He's too hot to handle the news.
You just tell him his
That's
shirt
exactly
just got blown
why.
off.
Just be like, I can't
Wow.
trust you with anything because you're just too sexy. Although I don't think anyone would want to say that to their uncle, but
I said
just
it.
like don't. I mean,
Yeah,
he's not your uncle though. Like,
Nor is he like Stephanie's uncle.
Yeah, no, he's not like my uncle either. But yeah, I don't know. I've gone way off topic.
Who are you?
I think I better step in here. I'm Adam. I'm returning from my second season as Joseph, a character for whom I thought I was doing a voice, but listening back on the podcast, it's like I'm not really doing that much of a voice. I think Joseph is a Aasimar. He comes from a sort of apocalyptic, suicide-y death cult. He came to Waterdeep to raise some money to like repair his shitty temple and keep the death cult going. But in the interim time, he has become a bit of a village Lothario. He is a local hero. He officially killed a like ice clone of the wizard Manchun, and he's making that story bigger and bigger around town.
There was 5 Manchuns, you see.
Yeah. There's at least 40 Manchuns. Yeah, I'm really excited to see. I mentioned on our sort of like Ask the Cast episode that this character was kind of my response to climate change anxiety, and how would you react if you were a person who didn't care that the world was ending. And now I feel like, another important point is that he's learned that he's absorbing magical energies and growing more powerful himself. So he's going to be very keen to explore that, as will I.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I feel like I skipped over the fact that I'm a sorceress. Did I mention that?
Yeah,
Well, we all got magic going on. We all learned a lot of magic in season 5.
It's true.
In fact, the real magic was the friendships we made along the way.
And the magic that we
Fablin
gained.
5.
Yeah, mostly.
Fablin 5.
Yeah, should we introduce the mule?
I think it's better organically.
It'll come up. It'll come up. Stay tuned, folks.
So if we follow the pattern from last season, it'll be on the last episode.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, poor Alvin is just like, what about me?
I've done so much.
Yeah, he's the real unsung hero, as I've said before.
So as to recap, the Trollskull Trio
Mule.
met up in Waterdeep and quickly formed a quick friendship. You were hired at the Yawning Portal to go save Raynar Neverember from what appears to be a crime syndicate known as the Xanathar's Guild. You discovered they accidentally kidnapped his friend Floon, who had the award-winning smile.
Good.
And then upon doing so, you were rewarded by Volo with Trollskull Manor, a little bit of a fixer-upper. But you did make a deal with just completely blank. The Zentarine. That's what it was.
Did we make a deal?
I wouldn't say
or
we so much made a deal as they just
did it.
Did it without our permission.
Oh, we forgot to introduce Carl.
Oh yeah.
No, Carl hasn't been born yet.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Not in terms of the recap yet. No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's coming along.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got excited.
But as you went along, you inherited a spooky haunted mansion to which Amalika was deftly and socially corrective, trying not to exorcise the ghost and making friends with Lif.
He's so helpful.
And Waywalk, it kind of stained that relationship right off.
That up.
Right off.
So
the
many
bat.
bad breakfasts for you. You say that not having had his French toast.
You started making friends around the neighborhood. You started getting hired for various bits of work, and then eventually things started to just amp up a little bit more and more and more when a fireball exploded in the alley, and making an orphan of Martem, and you guys adopted him. You made friends with Hadar, who was being stalked by an elf serial killer inside Waterdeep, and eventually you were hired to take out a blood mage named Harko.
Oh yeah. H and H.
H&H.
H&H, he had to serve them the mana. And you started acquiring a little bit of a family, and then you started getting little clues, little messages that something bigger was going on, that this Vault of the Dragons, this big, massive hoard of cash underneath the city, was up for grabs. And following various clues, you uncovered the stone of Golar was your key to opening up the vault. You went on a little bit of a chase for that, and completely again skipped chapter 4 of the chase scene through the city for it. But That's all right. It was because you jumped right to the final boss, right outside Manchun's extra-dimensional sanctum, and you discovered that Manchun, in fact, was still alive. You quickly kind of cheesed him off. You deceived a beholder, and through a series of unfortunate events culminating in a treasure hoard, you became heroes of Waterdeep.
Revealing the alive Manchun to the Waterdeep Council and having the pirate nation of Eluskin join the Lord's Alliance.
We really killed it.
Yeah. And that's when Amalka discovered that Jarlaxle is, in fact, actually her uncle.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I forgot that's what his real name was.
But you made friends with the Blackstaff, the head of Waterdeep, Jarlaxle, a whole bunch of people. Yosef joined the Boudoirs Guild very, very momentarily with the guild mistress B. And that's essentially a quick summation, I think, of what happened last season. If you need to remember, just go back and listen to it.
Yeah, it's a mere 40 hours of listening.
It's totally fine. Just set it to fast forward.
Just a week's worth of listening.
You can clean your house.
Yeah, be so spotless.
But it has been 3 months since then. Springtime is now hitting Waterdeep. The cold is receded. The ice is broken up in the harbor. Flowers are starting to bloom again. And I'm going to go around the table and get everyone to just give a brief story or a brief rundown of what your character has been doing in the 3 months since Waterdeep. We're going to start with Yosef.
Damn it. I thought we were going to go in order of most prepared.
We can do that. I could read the thing I wrote.
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, that's cute.
Miles came so prepared.
All right, let's do a quick podcast edit.
All right.
So I got a little thing prepared for that. This is Waywocket late in the manor in his bedroom as he writes a letter to Laura Sprocket. My dear beloved sister, I hope that you and Ula are doing the best and that Ula figured out how to slay that terrifying owlbear. That sounds very menacing and stressful. I gotta say, a lot has happened since my last letter. I bought my own piece of land in Trollskull Alley, and that's not even the best part. Sparks and Sprockets is soon to be open and going strong in Waterdeep. On top of that, my colleagues and I joined up with this acquisitions company. It's gonna help us push S&S over the edge and be better than ever. Wait, that's not true. It will be better if our uncle was still here, but I'm ready to accept that he's not coming back, and that's okay. There'll be new business opportunities, and we're ready for them. That's the way Waywocket would have liked it. Side note, he and his uncle have the same name. It's very stupid. I'm very happy to say that Alvin is doing very well. I think he might have a romantic relationship with one of the other shopkeepers in the alley. Don't tell him I told you that. Fablin has also become a bit of an icon in the city of Waterdeep. He means a lot of things to a lot of different groups, some of them political. I'm hoping they will all die down very soon. Of course, I'm still worried that I have angered one of the most notoriously evil and successfully alive wizards in all of history, and that those Growlhuns will extract some kind of revenge. Either way, it's costing me a fortune in alarm spells. Do you know how much it costs for an alarm every day? Anyway, I'm looking for a way to make that cheaper for everybody. The world would be a lot better place if you knew that your enemies couldn't kill you in your sleep. Just better moves all around. Say hello to all the squirrels for me. Waywocket, Umpen, Crappernam, Sprockets.
Side salad Miles knows exactly how much those alarm spells are costing in this
I was just thinking,
fictional universe.
See, now we have to follow that. We should have. John was like trying to save us. John was like, we are going to look like fools.
We should
going
have quit
after
when
this.
we were ahead.
Yeah, we should have just.
And that's
Sorry,
season
folks.
6.
Yeah,
Amalka and Yosef were in a drunken pile in the corner somewhere at the bar for 3 months. The end.
I have some thoughts. I do. I really do. So, well, I think this has been a very transformative journey for Yosef, particularly when he realized he was absorbing magical energy from sort of like religious people. So Yosef has been exploring that as aggressively as he can. He is definitely really into blood magic right now. As we open our curtain, Joseph is feeling a bit lightheaded and anemic because he's going a bit hard on the sort of like magical bloodletting. I've shut down my prostitute business because I feel like it is unbecoming a hero of my stature. Following my somewhat controversial declaration that I killed Manshoon and you guys basically did nothing.
Wow, wait, what?
Actually, that wow, I think, was the highlight of the season for me. I feel like it was and the two people who followed me around and watched me do it, and then you were just like, wow. That was really good. So yeah, he is now transitioned into full-time hero. As part of our tradition of operating Trollskull Manor as a mixed-use space, he started a dance party cheekily titled Hero Worship. And we've noticed over the past couple months that like it's becoming quite ritualistic and like maybe a bit culty as a dance party. People showing up dressed the way I want them to dress, doing the things I want them to do. So I may be starting my own little
into old patterns.
movement. Yeah. Here in Waterdeep. And yeah, I think that about sums me up.
Just as an off-the-cuff DM question, is there a chant or a phrase that they always say at the dance party?
Like, yeah, but I feel like it's like we're refining it over time. Like
it changes.
Like
every
it
2
started
weeks.
like, yeah, Joseph is the best. He definitely killed Manshoon. And now we're trying to work towards something like a bit more.
Defmo.
Yeah.
Definitely killed Manshoon, just shorter.
All right, we move over to Steph and Amalika in the 30 months.
So in the time that she's been, again, like the manor was really her first kind of like home that she'd had since her parents passed away. So being there at Trollskull Manor has been this whole new experience for her. So if you listen to the last season, Liv and her kind of became fast friends. So she's enjoying the quiet time kind of in between everything and just kind of taking that time to like read and enjoy things. But then she's also like Liv is teaching her more about the business and the bar, and she's learning about mixology, getting drunk. And she's also learning how to cook with him along with like Martem. So she's kind of just enjoying these simple domestic things that she didn't really get to enjoy. But then at night also, and I like this idea, Miles gave me this. I wish.
All our ideas.
I know. So she's been kind of silently doing a little investigation into like her parents, just kind of behind the scenes, and not just like really aggressively, just kind of like going to her old contacts, talking to people that she knows who may or may not know some things. She's been asking around and just kind of like, you know, getting everybody's, you know, oh, who would you say would have known something about this? And, you know, kind of just like talking and following leads. And she's made a really unlikely friendship with the murderer of her parents, who I can't remember the name of.
Steel Toe. Steel Toe.
Yeah. See, I like that. So initially she, again, in the last season, she let Ott go. In a surprise move. She decided she didn't want to seek revenge. Uncle Daddy, she was not going to play into Uncle Daddy's hand here and let him go. And so she went to him initially to kind of get more information and just to kind of like see what he knew without kind of, because he's under a spell, yeah, I think.
Yeah, he's under what you know as the Geese spell. It's kind of like a magical contract that if he doesn't honor it, then terrible curses happen upon him.
So obviously within those limitations, she's kind of like asking things. But then sort of along the way, he started telling her stories and kind of just regaling her with like all these like things that she became kind of really deeply interested in. And they have this kind of bizarre friendship now. And so, you know, she has like this kind of domesticated life back at the manor when it's quiet. but then she's also just been going out and hanging out with the guy who murdered her.
Mr. Hot Steel Toes.
Now, as a DM, because I have some information I can give you. Do you want me to give it to you out in the public? Or do you want me to like send you like a Facebook message or something like that
Whoa.
to send it in private? How does?
Well, I don't know, because then I want to be like, what's this information? But then I don't.
It's up to you. Either choice is the choice you make.
Cross mediums.
Yeah, I know.
Well, do you want to be like publicly known out on the podcast, or do you like to and like Adam and Miles to know, or do you want this to be like?
Let's just go for it. Let's do this thing.
Let's crack this crust.
All right. So what I can tell you is that your parents were very involved in the crime industry in Waterdeep. They had a nickname. They were a tag team known as the Two Shadows.
Oh. I'm trying to make notes. I'm being like Miles, but not very well. Wait, the Two Shadows?
The Two Shadows. They didn't steal like wealth and like jewels and money and stuff like that. They were always going after magical artifacts, things like idols, spell scrolls, arcane knowledge books, stuff like that.
You should also send this to me because I'm not keeping up with this very well.
I will. I'll send you a little Facebook message.
Okay. Nope, I'm just repeating words. Clearly, I've already lost the trail. We'll just move on.
All right. Well, since the 3 months of joining Acquisitions Incorporated, Omendron has.
Oh yeah, I already forgot we did that.
It's kind of like the after trailer, post credits teaser. Omendron has done some modifications to Trollskull Manor. He's added an extra room, and he tells you this is your magical movement device. Essentially, it's looks like a small little reading room. Has got a fireplace and 2 armchairs and like a little like bookcases and stuff like that, and like a little reading desk. And he's informed you that this is your magical transportation device. And the way it works is, if you want to go somewhere, anywhere, find a star map of the location you're trying to go, create the map, and then throw it in the fire, and the room will magically transport you there. And when you want to come back, you got to throw in a star map of wherever Trollskull Manor is, and bamf, you will pop back as well.
Cool.
So instead of like Harry Potter with flu powder, it could be floon powder.
Nice.
Floon maps.
He's also informed you that you pretty much have carte blanche. He's been so impressed with the money you acquired that you are essentially doing what they want people to do, and so they granted you a franchise almost sight unseen, just going off of reputation alone. He has informed you that each franchise has a letter of the alphabet that they go by. So there's like the A team, the B team, the C team, and whatnot. And unfortunately, you've got to the end of the alphabet, and they've kind of maxed out. So you didn't quite make the Z team. You are now officially the Z team.
I like it. You like it a lot. We forgot to introduce Carl again.
Oh yeah,
Carl.
Sorry.
Carl?
What form would Carl be in since these 3 months are changed? Or
Well, do you want Amalika to practice on Carl? Like,
like
you
cooking?
know, baking him into new
that's
forms?
fun.
Yeah.
Oh, he could be a baked good. I mean, technically, I guess pizza or a cooked.
Pizza Carl is the classic.
Yeah. And then he went through like he had a sweet tooth, like.
Maybe Pretzel Carl.
True. Yeah. Okay, so what? What about like hot dog Carl? Like,
love it. Why not?
Yeah.
There he is. He now exists in our minds. We all see it.
Now, is he like? So it's kind of like the dog wearing pants question. Is he like a vertical hot dog with like little arms and legs, or is he like the horizontal hot dog?
I picture him being like vertical, so that like the little buns, like he has like a little coat.
Exactly.
Winter,
Yeah.
like it's like he's bundled up.
Yeah.
So Carl is flying around as a hot dog, and just kind of, Yosef, you do notice that there's little grease stains on your shoulders as he sits on got a little bit of a hot dog wiener tail.
Carl, I've got to say this is a bit of a common look, and we're cultivating an image here. So, next time you're resurrected or something, try to be something a bit more upmarket.
I don't get much choice in this. Besides, everyone loves hot dogs.
Yeah, but sometimes the wrong people love hot dogs.
I am a conversation piece. Am I a sandwich? Am I a sporting event treat? No one knows. If you're getting stuck at a party, you just point to me like, hey, is this guy a sandwich or what?
I don't like the insinuation that I get stuck at a party.
You're right. I'm sorry.
You know what? It's fine. But you know what? I think at some point, as we continue to roll out this developing empire, we should have sort of a team branding strategy session. I mean, like the followers are coming together. The dance party's going really well. We're starting to amass sort of a critical mass of people. We should be really solid on what our branding guidelines is before we really launch this campaign.
Well, you should include Malika in that because she's the one who baked my wonderful self right now.
Oh yeah, she's doing a better job than that orphan. What's his name?
Oh, Martin. He's doing all right too. He made a cinnamon bun me like a while back.
Yeah, that was cute.
I guess we should go if we're going to do branding. Are we like going like pastry, puff pastry, more of like a après bouche type of?
Oh, he could be an eclair, and then he's like a dessert hot dog.
Maybe we're going in more of you're invisible and just kind of do what I want, and I'm not really surrounded by pastry as I'm trying to marshal the faithful. But it's up for debate.
Pastries get people in the door.
Pastries do get people in the door.
Croissant Carl.
Croissant Carl. You can just say it from the kitchen too. Mal gets struck by inspiration. Croissant Carl. That's a great idea.
Just gonna make a list.
Yeah, good idea.
Make a Carl cookbook after this.
Oh my god, I would so do that.
Deep dish Carl. Butter croissant Carl.
That would be so fun.
Recently
Next on my blog.
I recently had
Your
a cruffin, which was a croissant muffin.
Oh,
It was.
I remember writing
and
this
it was
down.
also a bagel-y. It was a lot of things at once. It was very impressive.
Put that in
Carl
your human
sounds
notes.
fun.
I'm like legit
Notes
writing
for
this
better
down.
life.
We really actually should make recipes. I would do this.
So things are going really well in Trollskull Manor. Waywalk, much to your delight, there's been almost no rat activity since the Winter Shield party.
Our profits are soaring, fellas and ladies.
It's almost as if something terrible had happened to the vast majority of the rats.
What could that possibly be?
The less questions I think about, the less I want to know about them. But I also, when I bought, so Waywalker has bought Froon's Brews, like plot of land to put up his new shop, Sparks and Sparkets, which was the franchise that his uncle used to run, and that sells kind of common magical items like brooms of sweeping, spice pouches that just have all the kinds of spice in them, little everyday items around the house that just make your magical life better in Waterdeep. But would there have been a ton of rat corpses when I bought the place?
No,
they're pretty incinerated, I imagine.
Yeah, it all collapsed in the fire. So essentially, like a big hole to excavate and rebuild on.
Even better. Well, I mean, I don't miss having those mean rats in the building. Gotta say that.
Yeah, they really didn't like you.
Well,
I thought you were supposed to get along with animals.
I usually do. I love all little creatures, and I gave them many chances. They were just mean city rats. Me, I'm from the forest. I'm used to a different kind of rat, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
I've met many other great rats in the city. You know what? I'm not going to let these rats change my opinion of all rats. They are still beautiful creatures and have great restaurant recommendations.
You feel very strongly about this, and so I'm just going to drop it.
Maybe I didn't explain in my recap that he's a gnome, by the way.
I think you said gnome. Yeah.
Okay, good. If not, he's a tiny little boy.
I don't think I explained anything in my recap. So.
Yeah, well, we,
I think it maybe dropped that you are a drow. It's maybe one thing we didn't
I
specify.
think you said that I was a drow.
Did I? Okay.
I think I failed
no.
to say everything. But anyways, whatever.
This is off to a great start.
But things have been going well in Trollskull Manor. As spring comes in, and you start to notice that the crowds in the springtime are a lot more plentiful and busy during the wintertime. Yosef, your more cult inductees seem to happen more and more and more as things like afternoon brunch, Saturday night dance parties. The manor is doing exceptionally well. You notice that your employees of Alvin, Lift, Hadar, and Harko are always in a constant state of movement, a constant state of doing something, like almost like a level 2 constant state of
We should maybe hire more staff, but well, let's see. We'll crunch the numbers.
Like we're poor.
Oh yeah, and you guys.
I just don't want to make John actually play more NPCs.
Yeah, that's fair. We can just have them be silent.
These are just extras.
Yeah, like NPCs to the max.
You do know that the Growlhuns they're not in the city anymore. They haven't abandoned their territory. It's kind of just like a locked up, like winterized. Like they still own the property. They just haven't come back to it yet. So they've disappeared as well.
They're in their summer house.
Yeah. Summer. They're home away from home. And there has been no mention of Manshun whatsoever. It seems that this mystic mage has gone off the radar, as it were.
Uh-oh.
Too terrified to return.
Don't say that too loud.
Yeah.
Too terrified to return, everyone.
You begin to hear your cult kind of add up, like, too terrified to return.
That's right, folks.
Did you ever?
Too terrified to return.
Too terrified to return.
Too terrified to return.
I don't want to like say we're gonna get murdered, but like,
Did you ever hear the story about the gnoll that cried, "I did it"?
Did he amass a quick following of people willing to give them money and devotion for nothing?
yes.
I'll take that as a no. Then you have not.
Sounds like quite the tale.
Well, I mean, the moral of that story is, I'm just going to cut to the chase here because I don't think you want to hear the story, is that when you invite evil into the world, sometimes it finds you.
Bring it on.
Too terrified to return.
Too terrified to return.
Alliteration is great.
Oh.
We should maybe do alliteration is awesome or...
Alliteration is awful. Try that one, huh? You
No,
like it?
no.
All right, it's fine.
It's not testing well.
No,
White
it's not
Walker.
very good. I agree. I agree. New idea.
Malika, while you're in the kitchen coming up with new possible Carl recipes or Carl creations, you notice that in the corner of the window, you see kind of like this red scarlet envelope just hanging in some spider webs with your silvery name and lettering and font.
Oh. Okay, Malika picks this up curiously and sort of skeptically.
It looks very similar to, the font looks very similar to
My other letter.
to your other letter. And it's a simple invitation from your mom. It looks like something you'd see from like the 1950s, a formal invitation for meeting and drinks to come on down to her estate in the Underdark.
I have some follow-up questions
Wow.
to this.
It says
Now we're getting into it.
it says there will be a carriage waiting for you at the Fungus Glow Inn in the Underdark. And once you make your way there, for security reasons, she will then provide a ride from the inn to her estate.
Interesting. Okay. Obviously, I can't ask this letter questions, but cool. All right.
Who is my mom?
Well, I wasn't going to ask that one. There's a whole lot of things. Honestly, I thought you were going to say like 1920 style, and then you were going to use the voice.
Oh,
Oh.
missed opportunity.
I know. Cute. All right. Well, I guess like Amalika is going to take this letter out to
And it is addressed to
everyone.
the outdated Trollskull Trio.
Oh, I mean, I suppose we can still use that. Although Babylon 5 does have a very nice ring to it also.
It still excludes many people, though.
I mean, sure, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, everyone that's not Carl and Fablin.
Okay, well, it's fine. Anyways, all right, so Amalika is going to take the letter out and show.
And it's busy in the manner. Like it's almost like a pre-lunch rush. Like your arms are like kind of like either how you get through a crowd, either like your arms are up or kind of like tucked in the side, just trying to like weave through all the people there.
So it's a noonday.
It's a noonday, like just like 11:30 ish.
All right, so Waywalk is in the manor having his daily lunch. His shop is closed across the street.
Okay.
It's not as lavish as it can be because there's so many people there and there's not enough room to have like a big spread out on the table.
So Amalika is going to come over. I'm assuming you're sitting.
Yeah, I got like a little. I'm sure we have like a little owner's table.
All right, so she's just gonna like slide into like the booth or whatever and just be like, "Look at this!
Good afternoon to you too.
Just look!" And hands him the letter, kind of like frantically.
Got the other letter on you by any chance?
Yes, I sure do.
Waywalk would like to use his calligraphy to see if his tools to see if it's a fake. No,
where's the other letter?
I actually don't need to see it.
Okay.
I
thought you wanted to read it. I literally have letters.
I just want to actually compare the two letters using my calligraphy skills.
Absolutely.
I imagine that gives me advantage on
it lets you make the check is what I lets you make.
Sure. I guess this is an investigation.
It'd just be your calligraphy. I'd say intelligence with proficiency.
Yeah, so that's investigation in my case. It's an 18.
18? Yep, they look exactly the same. In fact, you even look, pull out your little eyeglass to give like a good closer look at the ink, and same kind of magical sparkle to it. The same type of magical ink has been used. Not really like a magic to have produce an effect, but more like make it to look pretty type of aesthetics.
It's definitely the same sender.
So, like, should we go? Should I go? Should we go?
Oh yeah, I'm going. I gotta learn about this. I mean, if
you're going without me.
No, I mean, I hope you're coming, and also we should bring the other guy since he has all the healing spells.
We're definitely going.
Oh, you're here.
It's behind like a plant or something.
Hello.
Listen, I mean, I don't mean to downplay my own heroic anecdotes, but
you never
sharing stories getting old.
Too terrified to return.
Too terrified to return. But I'm not terrified to go out and find out whatever this adventure new thing is. Stay tuned. What? So what's this deal?
This potentially has nothing to do with you.
I am embarking followers on a new adventure.
Okay, can we just like maybe keep this like low
The
key for a little bit?
secrets are contained within this secret envelope over here.
Everybody else, go away.
Go away.
Yep.
Go away, everyone.
Yep.
When I come
this
back,
is personal business. Personal.
Please stay for your lunch specials.
Yeah, you stay, pay, you shush, and listen here.
Yeah, maybe.
Everyone, worship, eat lunch, pay, be quiet.
But like
and we'll
worship
figure this
without
out.
eavesdropping. Like
You know what?
worship in your own space.
Yes.
How about we bring this to the boardroom
Yeah,
upstairs?
let's just not be here. Let's not be here. I don't want this.
You did notice that when Yosef was giving his directions and pointing his fingers, it's very much like you ever seen like those cats following a laser pointer?
Yes.
All their heads immediately going directly to wherever his fingers were pointing.
Oh boy, howdy.
You gotta say,
Everyone stay
Who do you
for
have?
dessert.
Don't eat Carl.
Please don't eat me. I'm a hot dog. Hot dogs aren't dessert.
Currently.
I'm going invisible.
wise, Carl. All right.
Still smells like hot dog.
Yeah. Carl, you can follow along.
That stench.
All right. Now that we're in the boardroom, I think we can talk a little bit more honestly and privately.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Yosef, some of those followers of yours, they don't seem like the most
They seem questionable at best.
yeah, like maybe ragamuffins.
Like maybe get a screening process, like just like a light one, like just like have like a basic.
We just get them in the door.
question,
They come in the door. They see a pastry and they're like, "We're part of the cult now."
Carl, you're not helping.
I am helping a lot. I get them in the door.
Yeah, but that might be part of the problem.
You know, I think you two are being very judgmental for a former street urchin who couldn't even get a drink in a bar.
I mean,
And
that's rude.
a struggling businessman expanding their operations. I mean, yes, they're desperate. Yes, they're sad. Yes, they're looking for anyone to give them direction. But those are the people that we call a base.
Yeah, you know, make it.
So, trust me, like, we're going to keep
Ooh.
drawing them in. And what we
Trust
need...
is a big ask.
What we need most of all to widen our base to the point where we start getting more, moneyed clientele up in here.
I would just settle for plain sane.
Yeah.
Waywocket profits have been, you're already well off.
Yeah.
The amount of people that Yosef is bringing into the manor, it's just...
I've created a monster.
Yeah.
Do you remember when I told
A
them to eat
marketing
that
monster.
awful pudding and they all ate it and then they...
That's true.
You know?
Martam can make just about anything and it could be disgusting and they do eat it.
They eat it up.
Yeah, it's going to be a real loss.
And it's that kind of frenzy, It's that kind of wide-eyed, I'll do anything for you that you want when
I
you're
just want
starting...
to point out that it just, yes, but it may just not be the healthiest. The pudding definitely wasn't healthy for them.
All right.
But okay, you know what?
Let's put a pin in the weird
yeah.
people that well, I'm not going to say worship because that's too strong a word, but...
Oh, no, they worship him. They treat him like a god.
I mean, I
Maybe
think...
let's not tell him that.
We don't need to tell them about all of our missions,
Yeah,
especially when they're dealing with sensitive topics.
Yeah, like my murdered family.
Well,
Yeah, a little insensitive, frankly.
Sure, I apologize. So what these people are looking for is a bit more of a, my victory over Manchun, which you saw was, quite a spectacle.
Yeah, we saw it.
But, it all sort of got swept up into that Winter Shield stuff. There were a couple of flashy moves. Everyone's into this mule. I just need a bit more of a follow-up. I need a secondary adventure to really capture the base and start bringing in, a bit more of an upscale clientele.
Roll title credits.
You do remember from your first letter, Amalika, that she did require the Trollskull Trio and the expert thievery skills of Waywocket Sprocket to travel to the island of the Aboo.
Oh my gosh, do you remember that thing from the note?
See, it's great. It kind of hooks in all of us,
Oh my gosh.
And I mean, maybe this time around,
Yeah.
you guys will have more of a chance to shine.
I suppose in theory I could wow. I just was going to move on, but then just brought it back to
Let's
that.
move on. Let's move on to adventure.
Boss, what happens if they have to face off against their own 5 individual Manchuns? They're not going to be able to kill them.
Of course we're going to be able to kill them.
Well, you can. I don't know if they can.
Oh my
Well, we'll kill them
God.
for them. We'll kill whoever gets in our way.
I mean,
That's
when you're
like-
facing off against 7 Manchuns,
Just
it's really difficult.
Waywocket.
I know. I created Yosef, who has become a monster. Now he's created Carl, which is becoming a deranged monster.
Well, he's an enabling monster.
Yeah, it's both. It's a real pickle of my own making.
Imps, the ultimate
Anyway,
hype
I
man.
think you mean a real pickle of your home baking.
Oh my gosh.
Inspiration. Bangarang.
Oh my
Bangarang.
God. I gotta retire after this one. Anyway, you guys are gonna make me only live a 200-year life. You know that?
You're welcome. This
All right.
world is cruel and okay,
I got
but
bad
the
news
task
for
at
you.
hand. The
Yeah.
task at hand.
Yes.
This letter.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we gotta go. Did it specify a dress code?
I'm gonna guess fancy.
Hmm.
We have the stuff from the opera
Yeah. No, we got
or the theater. Was it an opera?
We got all kinds of fancy clothes. If you want.
Yeah.
We only have the one outfit still.
No,
Just the one.
How you feeling here? This might be a chance to meet your mom.
I mean, I told you I've been asking around a little bit, and Ott's kind of been telling me some stories about them. And it's weird though.
Magical thieves, yeah.
It's just, I don't know, again, I kind of just thought they were gone, and it's weird. I'm excited, but then also not. Like, what if my mom isn't who I thought she was? Like, I mean, I
Like
know
she's
she was a bad
sandwich
person.
or like a croissant or something like that.
Carl, not now.
Yeah, we're not worried about them being baked goods. They were.
That's
I
something
mean,
you're
that would be
not.
very interesting if they were. It'd be,
That'd be a real twist. I would not see that coming.
yeah, no, me
I'm
neither.
expecting it to be a regular drow.
Yeah, that's also what I'm expecting, Carl. Like, I'm just expecting her to be my mom, but like not dead.
Yeah. Probably
Yeah.
looking almost the same as you remember her. You know, you drow are long lived.
Yeah, and like, I don't know. This is weird.
If she is a baked good, I'm expecting a cruller. But what connection?
Inspiration for you.
Yes.
That broke me. That broke me.
Suck it, rules-loving folks at home. Just picking it up. One inspiration. Back to the adventure.
I guess writing things in pen.
But what connection could your mother possibly have to the Isle of the Holy Absence of the Poobah Shaboo?
I guess we're gonna find out.
I mean, I'm going to draw a straight line, assuming that she's still interested in acquiring magical artifacts. There must be something on the island she wants.
That's smart.
I got that 18 intelligence.
I've got a 19 and I didn't think of that.
I mean, unless she's interested in prying the tear-stained loincloth off a vagrant, there's nothing there.
Well, I mean, there must have been rooms that you never saw as a follower, like the high priestess maybe had a special cloister.
The order is big on special rooms you never saw. I mean, sometimes they'd lead you to a shack and be like, oh, it's the altar of whatever. And you'd be like, this isn't much.
I thought you were gonna say this isn't mine.
That is the least surprising thing you've told me about this cult so far.
Well, you know what? I'm interested in this connection. I mean, always nice to see the homestead and talk about building a base. Those people are just sitting out there waiting for a bit of inspiration.
Oh boy.
When
Well-
you think that people coming into the bar now are desperate, when you see the sad bastards who have voluntarily joined the Holy Order of the Absence of the Poobah Shaboo.
But like,
Oh my goodness.
okay, just like a little bit of a backtrack to like, I don't know, your childhood. You just like join them too?
Well, I mean, seems like they killed my parents. I mean,
Yeah, that's a
we've
very
been over that.
100% probability.
I mean, raised me to believe I had some sort of magical purpose, sent me on this wonky quest.
And then didn't
Haven't
return.
been that communicative to tell you the truth.
Yeah, frankly, shouldn't you have returned there
Or
at
like,
least?
did you even write any
month ago?
letters?
Well, I mean, they wanted me to raise a couple hundred dragons so we could repair the roof of the temple, and now I'm famous. So,
It's true, and
That's
rich.
a good point.
you know, fuck them if they can't take a joke. And I'm starting to feel, look at all we've done, friends. Look
It's
at what
true.
all I've done.
Maybe you have a different
specifically.
purpose.
Frankly, I'm actually quite glad you haven't returned to that cult. I was very
True.
worried multiple times that you were going to just go back to those. I don't think they're good for you. I don't think
Yeah.
they're good for Faerun, frankly.
I don't think they're good for anyone. And you know, all
is
of those
positive.
poor
It's
souls
good.
who wash up that on their shore, worshiping those fools in the order, eating the most disgusting things, having those gross hallucinations that we'll learn more about later.
I just kind of feel like this is all things that you're doing to the people who are following you now.
Well,
like,
you
let's not
know,
get into that yet. I
you
guess.
offer
The
hopeless
food is
people-
better. The food is better.
The
don't know
food
that.
is way better here.
Okay, listen,
I know that.
On that
for
note,
sure.
I'm very late to get back to my office. I'll see you tonight for the secret rendezvous.
Do you think we need other outfits? Do I need a new outfit? Do I need to find something else? Like,
I think anything in your closet, just don't overthink it. You're gonna see your long dead mom. Don't
think-
stress about
okay,
it.
well, I think something, whatever I wear, has to have a cape.
Might want to wear those glasses in case you end up hugging a table or something.
Well,
and
you,
then,
do, you do know that the Underdark is literally
Yeah, super dark.
Yeah.
underground.
Yeah.
You also know that it takes a while to get there. There's a couple of places in Waterdeep that you can get down, but it's traveling down to the Underdark is like an 8-hour journey. Essentially, that's how deep underground. You're essentially going into like a whole new world of under the world.
Ooh, fun.
You can magically transport there, but you just got to know where you're going.
All right. Well, then I'm definitely going to wear a cape. For no reason whatsoever.
No, that'll look very nice.
Oops, sorry.
Capes all around.
So wait, on that, so should we leave right away to get to this appointment, or
No, it wasn't an urgent thing. It was just like a semi-casual invitation of like,
okay.
hey, I was going to send for you in the spring. It is now springtime.
Oh, right. Recapping for the people who didn't listen to the podcast.
Is there a specified time that we should be there?
No, it seems pretty open.
Okay. Well, let me go back. We'll finish up our days. And then if you want, I can leave the shop in the care of my assistant tomorrow, and we can journey to the Underdark.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to process this a little bit more. Do you want to do let's go do shots. Want to go do shots?
Of course I
Let's
want
go
to
do
do
shots.
shots.
No.
No.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, Waywalk it.
I don't know if that's true. I got to go back to work. You guys...
We'll be fine.
Yay. That's some word for it.
Fair enough. Get into it, though, Waywalk. The Trollskull Trio's back together. We're off on another adventure.
Would I be judging you if your parents came back to life? This is like a lot.
How about that uncle you're always going on about?
Yeah.
Well, that would be...
But like imagine.
You're right. That would be very special to me, and I am sorry for belittling your pain if you considered it that.
We're just doing a few shots. It'll be fine.
All right. Tomorrow we got to go to the Underdark, so just don't go too hard. Yeah.
You do know that if you get hungover, the Underdark has no sunshine whatsoever.
See, that's
Perfect
fine. And
for
I've got
concealing
sunglasses
blotching.
now.
Perfect.
Let's go do this thing.
As you come down to the first floor of the manor, you see about 80% of the crowd is just pieced out. It seems it's shockingly empty, and there's kind of like those papers and just kind of like empty cups and dishes on the table.
Where'd they all go, Alvin?
You know what though? Like it's nice.
You see Alvin point over to the window, and it's like one of those like horror movies as he pulls back the curtains, and it's just like faces of Yosef's cult just like looking back inside Trollskull Manor.
What?
He told him to go after dessert.
Oh. I'm very concerned about this.
I mean, I share your concern
Do you?
a little.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I was just sort of talking casually, but they did it, huh? Like they all did
I
it.
don't really understand
They have
idioms,
a-
I see.
Blind devotion, I think that's called.
Yeah. You sure you're not using a mass suggestion spell on them or anything?
I mean, not to my knowledge. My charisma's been through the roof. I mean, this Manchun thing has only boosted it.
He killed 8 Manchuns. That's impressive.
Oh boy.
I mean, I do say I feel
Carl, you were there. You know that's not true.
You're right. It was 9 Manchuns.
Oh my God, Carl. You've
That's
learned-
right, Carl. Like we rehearsed.
You've learned the worst hype lessons from Yosef. This is a real broken telephone.
No, this is it. This is the base. This is the beginning of the movement. It's all happening right here. Watch this. Watch this.
No, I don't
And I'm
wanna
going to open the
know,
window.
no.
How many Manchuns?
You see them all kind of like look at each other a little confused. Everyone give me an insight roll.
They can't. I don't think they can hear you.
No, the window's open.
Oh, I rolled a 1, so it's.
Don't you get to
I've
roll
just
again?
realized
No,
that
no
was-
dice.
No, sadly, I'm no longer a halfling.
Oh, right.
That was my
I got an
fault.
18 plus. What am I doing?
Insight.
Mine's a 9 in total.
Oh, 19.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've got a D20 here if you need
Oh,
it.
thank you.
I'll give you another one just so you can have a.
Only a 2.
Amalika, they look confused, but it seems to be more of they've heard so many numbers over the past couple of bit that they're not sure which is the true number. And that's when you hear Carl say, 10 Manchuns! 10 Manchuns!
10 Manchuns.
Oh my God, he's going to have a manifesto.
It's
soon.
canon. 10.
I mean, I don't think it's canon until it's in writing.
I'm expecting a retcon, frankly.
Yeah, to 1.
Yeah, that's. You mean the real con?
No, the real con is him.
You know,
Good point.
you guys, you're missing the beauty of this. You're missing the opportunity of this. You're missing the scope of this. Was it 10-man shoons?
No.
Was it 1-man
Yes.
shoon? Was it Ice pretending to be man shoon?
Yes.
You know, it doesn't matter. That guy had followers.
Uh-huh.
He had bases. He had a castle. He had power. He turned all the newspapers against us.
He was
changed
very,
reality
very,
against
very,
us.
very, very
Impressive.
evil.
He was impressive.
No, I think evil is the word you're looking for. I mean, sure, there's like a certain respectability to that, but also evil.
Fair enough. Still impressive. And,
Sure.
I mean,
sure,
just
sure.
say
Is that the raptor?
that all those followers who were following him were following us, and all those castles that belonged to him belonged to us. All the magical power that he had belonged to us. And that would be good, right? Because we're good, we're friends, we're heroes, we're the Trollskull Trio.
Okay, well, Malika just puts a hand up and is like, Liv, I'm just like, shots, please. Just like, I can't.
Shots, please, Liv.
I
For the
can't
heroes.
deal with.
For the heroes.
For the
Give him-
heroes.
And she like whispers a little bit, like, put a sedative in his. Just like,
Give-
something.
Give me a persuasion check.
Would I
Also,
have to persuade Liv to do that?
also you see 3 clear shots of Constitution saves come by.
Not for me. I'm really
I got a
late. I'm
9.
really late for the shop here. I gotta look. Try not to take advantage of your followers the way that the Pooh Bah Shaboo took advantage of you.
But the Pooh Bah Shaboo is gone, which I always sort of
they're
found
not?
sort of comforting, that the fact that there was no gods, they were slowly losing their power, the universe was crumbling before us, and now I realize that there's a vacancy, there's an opportunity to be something more for these people who have less. And isn't that what being a hero is all about? Isn't that what being a hero
Of course they're going to say
is
yes.
all about?
It is all about that. Yes.
No. Oh my God.
so-
Liv, more
Hurrah!
shots. Liv, more shots.
Yo, so if you just can't win every argument by yelling to your followers what you want them to say, that doesn't prove anything.
And also, I think by the Pooh Bah Shaboo, we mean the cult itself and not actually the gods.
Yeah, more that.
Yeah.
All the more reason why we should dismantle the cult. The hell with that cult. What
oh,
did it ever bring
my
me
God.
except for misery, slavery?
That's exactly the point.
Scrambling my way on shore for a couple hundred dragons when my potential was so much more?
Hey, boss. It brought us together.
It brought us together.
Oh my God,
All
have
of
mercy.
us. You, me, Carl, that scene-stealing mule, Alvin, that child that we're raising, that ghost. Look at all that very helpful blood magic
Oh,
sorcerer.
What do you mean helpful?
That ogre I fucked. I mean, we're all connected. We're all
You know
family. We're
what?
all heroes. We're all heroes.
We're all heroes.
I feel like you have a lot of energy for someone who has a strong iron deficiency right now.
I must admit, the loss of blood from my nightly blood rituals have left me a bit lightheaded.
Drained.
So, you know, everyone go home. Come back tomorrow.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You see
You're not
that?
going to be here though.
Cockatrice and waffle special tomorrow. Cockatrice and waffles.
Cockatrice and waffles.
Yeah, good for you.
You see almost like expectant puppy dog seagulls as they all begin nodding their head, then just kind of like it's not a chaotic dispersal, but it's a very organized, very evenly. It's almost unnatural of how in sync everyone is together, just dispersing from Trollskull Alley.
Yes, home,
I need
meditate.
to like look into a therapist.
Think on your devotion.
All right.
like some D&D therapy for him.
You see one guy. He's kind of regular garb, human, kind of like scraggly beard. He's just standing there. So it's like, I just want to say thank you. That was amazing. He bows and then it scurries off.
All right. Think about, as you get day drunk today, think about abuses of power. Think about.
I think you're framing this wrong.
Right. We should think about abuses of power, boss.
quick, walk it. Think this better.
Think about how that is wrong to do. And I'll see you tonight. Bye.
You see Waywalker Hurley kind of looking back over her shoulder a couple times and then kind of closes the door on
boy.
Sparkles and
Well, that went well. Constitution save?
Yeah. Maybe an Eldritch Blast.
The day is young.
It truly is, and I'm not drunk enough.
Malika and Yosa begin to pound back shots. We can speed of plot to the nighttime if you want, or to tomorrow morning, up to whatever you want.
When's the meeting?
With the Malka's
We have to go to the meeting place to get the carriage.
You have to go to the
right?
Fungus Glow in the Underdark.
In the Underdark. So do we know how to get there?
Give me either a history or a nature check.
Wouldn't I know that from like the...
Oh, yeah, you maybe lived there as a child.
Well, because I also have the maps thing for...
Oh, that's right. You are the... oh, no, you're the lores person.
Yes, but I also like...
As
The document?
Because I have the city secrets.
Oh, nice.
Which is her background of being a city urchin.
Yeah. If you were from there, yes, but that's going to be like more of a Waterdeep specific thing.
Okay.
You can still give me like a nature or or history check.
History, I rolled a 13.
Ooh, my nature and history are very good now that I'm smart. Oh, wait, no, it's a 12. I thought it was a 2. 16 because math.
Nice. All right, so for Waywalker, you just know, think of like the cantina on Tatooine. That's kind of like the Fungus Glow Inn. It's kind of like a Wild Western inn. But for Malika, you know, because Ott's actually talked about it quite a bit. It's actually like a giant multi-story mushroom that is like a hotel, an outrigging store, an inn. And essentially, if you're an adventurer in the Underdark, you go there. That's your place to go hang out.
It's the yawning portal of the Underdark.
Yeah, the yawning portal of the Underdark. It is massive. It's almost like it's a sentient mushroom that takes care of the people that come and reside and stay in it. But it's kind of like this traveling, adventuring hub for people to come gather to. So it's not hard to find. It's just you have to go to the Underdark to get there.
Okay. Well.
How do you travel to the Underdark?
You can portal down there. You can physically walk down there. There are some adventuring services that offer like caravans or rides down there as well.
Why don't we use our fancy new map room?
Oh yeah, can we do that? But we have to have a star map.
You could.
thing,
It's well known enough that we
could also take Fablin and the cart.
But we could also use the new system.
Yeah, that's true.
To figure out, or I'd say either give me an investigation check or a nature check to figure out what the star pattern above the Fungus Glow Inn would be.
Both of those are also smart people skills, which I've got now. Oops.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
11, 15.
15. Bango. Yeah, it's not hard to figure out. It's going to cost you about 250 gold in supplies, but
Peasant change.
Yeah, chump change to you guys. And it's going to cost you about 75 gold for the return star map to bring you back. But, it takes a couple of hours to draw up the proper maps and whatnot. In fact, you've got your Documancer here who could definitely help out with your cartography skills.
All right, yeah, so Waywalk, it's closes up his sparks and sprockets for the afternoon, then returns to Trollskull Manor for his dinner, and then sort of after dinner he starts to scrawl the
star maps.
The star maps from the copies he was able to, I guess, I'm assuming, acquire from home office.
You can actually make a request for the star maps above.
Yeah. So he although actually I don't know if I know at level 2 of my documents where my satchel communicates with home office, but I assume I have other ways of doing that right now.
Yeah. The satchel actually is probably the best way to do it because they can literally, it's almost like a paint by numbers of just like fill it out here, put this star here, and you're not even gonna need to roll on it just because it's like a preset thing for a commonly known adventuring place. But yeah, you can easily put you have enough to, I'd say, D4 it up. You have enough to make 3 maps.
Yeah. To the Underdark and back?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, no, 3 maps to the Underdark, just making, because you live under the stars under Trollskull Manor, you can just make those as well.
Okay, so I have 3. All right, Malika, I'm just putting up the finishing touches here, and we're done. We can go anytime tomorrow.
Okay. No big deal. No big deal. This is no big deal. This is no big deal, right? Like it's a little bit of a big deal. Like it's
Yeah, I would be pooping in all of my boots if I were you.
Okay. Good. Perfect.
I mean, that's what gnomes do sometimes.
Poop and boots.
It's not a thing we'd like to talk about.
The least favorite of children's tales.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking too. It's like, okay.
Waywalk, give me a perception check on your way back to Trollskull Manor, though.
That is a 14.
14. You can see almost like little puppy dogs curled up. You can see a couple people of just kind of like almost like camping out for concert tickets, just like getting next to the door as the Trollskull Manor is closing up for the night. It looks, you've seen them around before in the manor. They just appear to be, getting right next to the door, the entrance for the morning.
See y'all in the morning.
Yeah,
everybody. Make sure to read a book.
Does he have books? Oh, if he has, I'd buy all the books from him.
Joseph has no current books in print, but the local librarian has many, and it's sometimes good to look at different life philosophies to help you inform your world view.
Do they have Joseph books there?
I'll see you tomorrow.
And we can speed over to sunrise. It is the morning time. The doors have not been, we'll say it's like good 6 a.m. in the morning. The sun's just coming up. Lif and Hadar and Martem are already getting breakfast ready in the manor. As you come down, you can see people stretching their arms just outside the window, getting up from the places they spot in, or the places they slept in, looking a little rough, either someone who spent a whole weekend on a bender or someone who slept outside overnight.
Yeah, your followers are looking a little rough, and I think the city watch is going to have a problem with this many people sleeping in the alley soon.
What to say about it?
Well,
how many followers are we dealing with here?
Right now, just looking outside, you've maybe got like 10 or 20, but you can definitely see more people come in the alley.
Do these people have homes anymore?
The shoulder of responsibility has been placed upon Adam.
I must admit, Waywalker, this is a little more devotion than I anticipated at this time.
Who could have predicted this going horribly wrong?
Yeah. That's, I mean, let's not rub it in.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Sorry,
not soon, but soon later.
Yeah, like later. Once we fix this.
This is what the heavy wears the crown, something or other is what they say in the king circles. I don't know about that. Anyway, think about consequences.
Followers.
Oh no.
You see them all look like it's almost like robotic as all their faces turn and face inside the window, like look in towards through the window.
Remember when I slayed that nasty wizard Manshoon?
Oh, no.
You see them all almost like seagull heads, just like nodding up and down.
It was brave. It was powerful. But most of all, it was nice.
Uh-huh.
Manshoon was an evil person. A person who needed to be eradicated for the safety of others.
He's
and
still
that
alive.
was a kindness that I did to you. So if you wish to follow in my ways, maybe you don't have the power to slay a wizard, but you do have the power to be nice. So clean yourself up, put on a smile, go around the kingdom, do nice things for people.
For yourself.
Do nice things. Don't expect a reward. Being nice is its own reward. Being kind is its own legacy.
This is going shockingly well.
When you honor others,
I don't know.
you honor me.
Go bad.
And most importantly,
Oh no.
do not expect anything for being nice.
Oh.
Remember, being nice is the gift that you give to the world, and your energy might be absorbed by a higher being, a
Oh.
being wishing to bring their own personal brand of niceness to this shattered planet. I'm panicking.
I'm starting to lose the plot here.
Give me a performance check, Joseph, with advantage.
You can
Okay, that was a...
you can roll. Yeah.
Okay, it was a 23 was the best.
You see this
Oh boy.
message of niceness and generosity just washes over the people there. And you can see them begin to communicate this message back to more followers coming into the alley. And instead of like this massive wave of people coming at the restaurant, they all kind of stop.
Yes.
They all look at each other, and you see like these big grins come across their faces as immediately you see people helping other people with packages, holding doors open for other people, and they just kind of wander out into the north ward of Waterdeep, spreading goodwill and cheer to everywhere you go.
Goodwill, cheer, nice, kind, giving, putting that positive energy out in the universe, putting out that positive energy. I'm reaching with my hand. Can I feel like I'm like absorbing?
You don't see any of the runes. There's no religious people or artifacts around.
Try hard, maybe people who are a bit close to divinity than you ruffians, find them, be nice to them, spread our message, bring them here for brunch or dance parties or some deeper ritual that we don't fully understand
You see
yet.
the crowd begin to disperse out. It looks like they're kind of out of your vocal range now, but some of them seem to have heard.
I'm now worried about the dinner rush. Is that maybe?
You know what? Let's just focus on the fact that like we have to go soon.
Oh yeah,
and,
yeah.
like,
Okay,
let's just focus on that.
You hear Carl say, "Boss, that was incredible."
We need to have a talk with you at some point in time about your enabling.
From a hero that's
At some-
killed 11 man-shoons, that's a heart of gold that you've done.
You need to learn a lesson about the fact that sometimes enabling is not good for the person you're trying to help.
I am completely at his command. Like this is what I'm here to do.
Carl,
Yeah.
It's bread. Not cupcakes, not muffins, just we've got to keep the message simple. We've got to stay on brand. From now on, I want to see you as a single loaf of bread.
I can do that, boss. Will you do me the great honor of a man who's killed 12 man-shoons of eating me?
You know I will, Carl. After the mission.
Oh.
Yeah, we can't go with that with a very special familiar. All right, well, I liked about 90% of what you said there, so better than yesterday. I can only ask for small steps.
That's a good slogan. Better than yesterday.
Oh, God.
Hey, Rocket, just... Oh, God.
Amalika,
Nice, by the way. I like that a lot.
glinting off the sun, you can see kind of like this canister being floated out to you. When it hits your hands, it's a little bit warm. And as you unscrew the top, it looks like Liff has brought you like a canister, like warm apple cider. It's been slightly heated up for you for the morning.
Liff, you are a treasure. An actual treasure.
You see a small package that's been like wrapped up in papers and twine for you, Waywocket. It's got various cured meats like salamis and whatnot, almost like
a packed lunch.
a little prosciutto board and cheese for you.
Thank you,
This is like
Liff.
the fanciest Lunchables.
And for you, Yosef, you have what appears to be almost like a small little leather box full of macaroons of different flavors and colors.
This is nice. This
Yeah.
is nice.
Yeah, we'll enjoy these later.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's like, boss, do you want me to be a macaroon? No, bread. Got to stick on branding.
Bread is boring. Do we really just want him to always be brown?
Bread is giving. Bread is humble. Bread is
Sure.
unassuming.
But a bun is also partially bread and like
You know what? You see him takes his hot dog sausage stuff, he throws it out, and he's just kind of like this floating bun now. He's like, I'm just bread.
No.
I'm just bread.
Simple. Humble.
I don't like it.
Not causing any trouble.
Ah,
Obedient.
he looks naked now somehow.
I feel a little naked.
Bring it back. Carl, bring it back.
I can't. I'm just bread now. I am.
Get your dirty hot dog.
They're just kind of like rolling on the floor, collecting dust as it goes by.
Yeah.
Go get it.
All right, Liv, thank you for this bread. Our meals. If you can pick up Carl's wiener there, we'd appreciate it.
I'm sorry.
Well, shall we?
Let's go do this.
To the teleporting fireplace.
It's like it's a nice little kind of like reading room. It's maybe about 15 feet square wise. But as you come up, the fire is ongoing and present, but doesn't kick off any heat that you don't feel it. And you close the door behind you, and
Very disconcerting.
you throw in the star map of the fungus glow in, and immediately it's almost like someone's turned an oven on. You can see like kind of like the air begin to warp and distort just a little bit. And you kind of feel like this weird cosmic energy begin to flow through you as it feels like you're being pulled forwards and backwards and left and right. And it's like womp, 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 womp. The Trollskull Trio have made it to the Underdark and are going to look around and see what the what is as they look for Amalika's mom and try and get some more details, some more information about what's going on. Saying thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for this launch back into the story of the Trollskull Trio. We're so glad that everyone is with us. We have some important news to announce for the break. So last week I gave a whole bunch of dates and events that were happening. This week it's all changed. So with COVID-19 flying around and everything like that, the breakout con that was scheduled for March 21st has been postponed. The uncon in April is still on the docket, so it still looks like it's happening, but anything can change at any given time. So I'll keep you posted if anything does. But breakout con postponed, uncon still going, and pretty much everything else is on hold as we try and wait this out and endure it and do it together. So what does that mean for the Diecast podcast? Well, we have pre-recorded a whole bunch of episodes back since November, December. Ironically enough, we all got some type of illness over the course of those months. So we've got enough episodes in the docket, but we may experience like a mid-season break or whatnot just to kind of sort everything out. We don't want anyone traveling on public transit. We don't want anyone, and I'm immunocompromised myself. So the big thing from my doctor was don't take any unnecessary risks. Don't put yourself in a situation where you could get yourself into any kinds of trouble. So right now we are going to see what it's like to record on Roll20 and see what we can accomplish there with mass or a group recording of an episode. If not, we can wait. We can take our time. We're not going anywhere, and we'd rather everyone be safe and secure than try and record a D&D game. So the next couple of weeks, episodes will come out just fine. We have Brightwood Academy and a couple of other stuff to fill in between. But if we have to delay any recordings or any publishings, we're going to absolutely do that. And so we apologize in advance for it. We hope it doesn't come to it, but just be prepared if it does. And just to talk about coronavirus and COVID-19 is, I think I just want to say we can endure this. We can get through this together, and it's going to be tough. It's going to suck. It very much is going to suck, and it's going to put some of us in more stressful situations than others. But I guess the big thing I want to say is be vigilant, be smart. You conquer fear and panic with understanding and knowing and good information. So for everybody out there who's listening, wash your hands. Be aware of your surroundings. Are you social distancing yourself enough? Are you in a place that has a lot of communal surfaces that people have touched? And wash your hands. Think of the people who will not be able to fight off this virus, because like 80% of us, we're going to be fine. It's the people who are elderly, the people who have underlying health problems. they're the ones that are going to be put in danger, and they'll be put into a lot of danger. So please think. You will always have time to think about what's going on. If you feel like you have any of the symptoms, just self-isolate 14 to 20 days. If you have the means to do so, I'd please do it. You're literally saving lives if you do it. But we can do this together. We can get through it together. And as the world has shown, we can accomplish a lot if we think calmly, think rationally, and move forward with a plan. So regardless of where you are in the world, I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing safe. I hope your family and loved ones are also safe and in good health. We are going to do our best here and adapt with the situation as it comes. But we will let you know any updates with what happens. And I think that is just about it. I'll jump right back into the last bit of the episode. But I love you all, and I hope you take care of the ones around you. You know, give them a call, check in on them, check in on people who you think may not need it, because it's going to be a trying time for people going into isolation. And, you know, maybe just check in mentally, check in, not physically, just check on people and just make sure they're doing okay. If they need any help, maybe there's something you can do to help. So I've rambled on enough. We'll be back next week with a whole new episode. And you can find us on Twitter at Diecast Podcast. Send us a tweet. Let us know how you're doing. Let us know how you're enduring the COVID-19 situation. You can find us on any app that plays a podcast. We're everywhere on YouTube and our own Discord channel, which will have a link somewhere in the post and in the Twitter feed that we're going to post this on. And our own website at www.flyinglizardstudio.com. Take care of each other. Be vigilant. Think. Wash your hands. And don't forget to tell a loved one how you feel, because it's times like these that it really does make a difference. So that is it. Thank you very much. I will see you next week. I love you all. Stay safe and have fun. And then all of a sudden, it's dark. Your eyes, except for you, Amalika, but everyone else, your eyes take a bit to adjust. There's kind of like this bluish, purplish, shadowy color, and then all of a sudden you begin to see greens and yellows and the kind of this bioluminescent light. And you discover that you are in the back stable behind this gigantic, you reach out, you'd almost say it's concrete, but you touch it and it feels instead like that spackle type of feeling. It's actually soft, spongy mushroom. And you look around you and you can see that your fireplace and table and like 3 walls are there. And it's kind of like got those straight little arcane, almost like someone like ripped off the side of the room and teleported it down to the fungus glow in. The fire's still going good, going strong. And you hear rowdy music and kind of like cheering and almost like a bar atmosphere.
I think it worked.
Let's go in. We should have done a shot before we left.
Well, good news. This is a bar, and it's, I don't know, 9 a.m.
9 a.m. where you came from.
Yeah. I don't think this is the party that ever stops, though. I think they are literally a 29-hour-a-day establishment.
Look, I know it's not healthy. I know this. We should all probably discuss therapy at some point in time. Maybe group therapy, individual therapy, but like...
I feel pretty well adjusted.
I think we need to go have a drink.
Well, good news. We're headed to a bar.
Perfect.
I do know a couple of devil therapists that would be great and willing to listen to your problems.
I mean,
they might trade in souls. Watch out.
Carl, it's time for invisible case the joint mode. Why don't you turn invisible?
The hot dog bun?
Perfect. All right. Just scout ahead, see if there's anything dangerous going on here. You never know with these drow.
Wow.
Pardon me.
Yeah. Well, you do know just from basics of the Underdark, Dark Elves home here, Mind Flayers home here, Duragar, anything underground related, Trog.
Duragar is an evil dwarf, by the way.
Yeah.
Or an Underdark elf, or dwarf, rather.
Yeah. Deep gnomes also come from the Underdark.
Deep gnomes.
They live in the rocks.
It's not the most hospitable environment, but people eke out a living here. You got to watch out for the mind flayers and the dark elves. And
Now, as we go in there, they might recognize us, they might not, but we probably shouldn't go making a big show about who we are. We're just some regular people with a lot of weapons and magical items going in for a nice, pleasant morning drink and see how it goes. We're in incognito mode, aka low and slow.
Low and slow.
Boss, it is a party in here. It is rowdy. It is violent. There's drinks and stuff being thrown around. It smells great. Something's great on the grill, and it's packed. And there's people looking for jobs. And like this is cool. This is neat.
Let's go. Let's go do it. Let's go.
We haven't done low and slow in so long.
Malka just starts striding forward and is totally wearing a cape and just throws it back with purpose.
Looking good.
Malka, as you step onto the main street to come to the front door of the Fungus Glow Inn, everything has kind of like a purplish bluish tint or tinge to it, and you realize this small little outlet or hamlet in the Underdark, it's mostly dark elves. There's a fair amount of adventurers down here as well, but this is like walking sort of like reverse Waterdeep for you, where you see a lot of humans and there's like a good mixture of the different races in Waterdeep, but this is predominantly dark elves, dwarves, and then you notice like everyone else, like minotaurs, humans, elves, like regular elves and whatnot, have focused mainly on the Fungus Glow Inn, but it seems to be pretty heavily dark elf dominated down here.
Interesting. Cool.
Yeah, this is the subterranean area. Yeah.
I mean, I'm guessing I haven't been down to the Underdark in a very long time.
Not since you were an infant.
Yeah. So.
But your son, you don't need it feels.
It's great. I don't need my sunglasses, which are helpful and great.
And to your eyes, everything kind of has that bioluminescence glow to it. So everything's like at nighttime above surface, it's still a little bit hazy, just because your eyes are so used to taking in all the light sources down here or up there. Down here, everything's in perfect 4K television sharpness to you. You see everything. Everything is just kind of on display for you.
I was trying to think of something funny to say, but then it just went too long.
Sorry.
I don't have anything. I don't have anything else to add to this. Cool.
You walk up the street. The streets are kind of they're not paved or road. They're kind of muddy with carriage tracks and whatnot, and a little bit of moisture in the air as you make your way to the Fungus Glow Inn, and you throw open or I guess you're going low and slow as you gently part the two wooden slat doors, very Western style. As you come on in, and it is a packed adventuring joint. There's people yelling, people trying to talk over each other. There's kind of a background music, and you notice that there's kind of this core mushroom stalk that goes right up to the top, and it branches off to the different floors. And you can see different private booths and rooms and shops and whatnot. It's kind of like an adventurer's shopping mall type of thing.
Ooh, fun.
Back to our roots, my friends.
Yeah, this kind of place does remind me of the Yawning Portal, but instead of a giant pit, it's a giant stock.
And hopefully the barkeep's a bit nicer.
Yeah, I wonder if he has the same accent. I think all bartenders might have that accent.
Maybe they're related.
Oh, that'd be neat. That'd be cute. Anyway.
Everyone can give me a perception check.
I'm rolling these
Is
ones.
that a 5?
Ooh.
I'm so blind.
So I rolled a 14. Can I have one for Carl too?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
9.
Carl got a 12.
So Yosef, you're the only one that sees that where the bars are, there actually is no bartender. That it seems to be people ask for and order drinks in these little cups form out of the mushroom table, and they'll already have a liquid or a fluid inside of it.
Check it out. It's automated.
And people are asking for food, and then this little stalk of mushroom will come out and form into a plate, and just kind of drop off onto people's table with food already on it.
Mushroom, give me your classiest liqueur.
You see out of the ground, this little stalk grows up and kind of forms into a cup, and the sides of the mushroom, almost like squeezing a sponge, pours this silvery liquid into it. And then the stalk just kind of withers, drops off, and falls back into the ground as you're left with a spongy cup in your hand.
I'll check it out.
How do you pay for this?
You see a goblin walk
I think they have tap.
You see a goblin walk by, you don't pay for anything here. You just stay here. If there's room for you, this is all free.
I mean, if we weren't already obscenely rich, this bar would be amazing.
I mean, this
know.
bar still is kind of amazing.
This mushroom makes everything for us. It's great.
Why? How does the mushroom sustain itself?
What do I look like? Some mushroomologist to you? All I know is that you get free food and booze and room here.
Do you get the sense that the mushroom is siphoning energy off your belief in it?
Oh, no. There are people who've been living here their entire lives, and they seem to, if anything, they got stronger off all the free food and booze.
Damn it.
Do you know any mushroomologists?
I'm gonna level with you, Mac.
Uh-huh.
I made that word up right now.
Oh.
Can I have a
Yeah,
drink
that
too?
tracks, that tracks.
That's what I want. I would like a drink. Like, yeah, or several.
Ask the mushroom.
Oh, let's do a Bloody Mary. I can't think of a good.
Go wrong.
No, I think that would be a D&D drink, but it's probably terrifying.
It's actually
It's
blood
a
for
drink you have
Mary.
to fight first.
Yeah. Or it's like actual has probably some blood in it.
Yeah, that's
But,
fine.
but maybe it's part
That's
of your
fine.
culture. I don't know.
That's fine.
Are you formally asking for a drink from the mushroom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see again from the floor come up, very similar to the cup that Yosef got.
I want alcohol.
And you see that same silvery liquid form and get squeezed into the cup as the bottom just withers up and drops off and drops back into the floor as you now have a cup of silvery liquid in your hand.
I have so many questions, but you know what? I don't care.
All right. So,
Wait,
I guess let's.
I mean, what is this like liquid? Like it all is the same. It looks the same, right? Like does it taste different? You say it's like silvery or just changes?
No, you both have silvery liquids in them.
So despite the fact that we technically ordered different things, we got the same thing?
Mine tastes upmarket.
Yours actually tastes it. You can't quite put the name on it, but it definitely tastes expensive.
Okay,
Are
interesting.
you sure that's not just your perception of what you ordered? Sometimes there's like this thing when you're buying.
Psychosomatic.
That sounds like a real word.
I'm very smart.
Do you taste your drink, Amalika?
I mean, I don't know. I have an imagination right now.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I do.
I'm
But
gonna,
it's like bizarre.
I'm gonna need you to make me false save. 'Cause I'm just messing with you. But
Oh, God.
it tastes like one of the best Bloody Marys you've ever had.
It's so weird.
You know, Waywocket, that might be a good little racket. I mean, what if we just sold water, but I did some sort of meaningful hand gesture over it?
Uh-huh. I mean,
I think we should
that's
avoid
the definition
those.
of fraud. They could,
Yeah,
run you out of
that's not good.
town.
I mean, is it fraud
Yeah.
if you believe it?
Yes, it's still fraud.
That's a very deep question.
Yes.
And
It's a deep question, Amalika.
but
it's not answered so
if you-
quickly.
I mean,
you
it
believe.
was. I continue to stand by my answer.
all right, let's
Waywalk
well,
is just being nice to you.
let's be back on target here.
While this is going on, I'm going to ask Carl to sort of case the joint to see if I can find Amalika's mother.
A mamica.
Amamika. It is. Oh, actually, Carl.
Wait, didn't she say she was sending something?
She's gonna
for
send
us?
you a ride.
Yeah.
So the cartridge.
Oh, okay.
Carriage, yeah.
Well, do I see any sign of that happening?
What did Carl get on his perception check?
Where is Carl?
There should be one of the card without the name on it for you. The index card. Should be one.
Main stretch abyssal. Here he is.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get. Oh, he's not doing any better than me on that one. What is this? A perception
Yeah.
check?
Yeah.
Oh no, he got a 11.
11. Yeah, he's like it's busy and packed in here. Like there's a lot. Like there are stores in here. There's like a hotel thing. There's like a restroom, like a nap room area. There's like it's got everything in here. Like I'm surprised there isn't like an ice cream store or something
Anything
like
like a stable or a parking garage?
that. We just came from this stable. That's where the fireplace landed.
Did we
Wow.
tell anyone we were leaving, by the way?
Good point. I should. I mean, I told my assistant at the Sparks and Sprockets that I wouldn't be in today.
Liff also saw you.
Oh,
Liv
yeah,
saw us
true,
go.
true,
Yeah,
true,
yeah, he knew that we were leaving.
True,
So
true,
probably
true,
Alvin
true,
knows where
true,
we are.
true,
Also,
True.
so the core people know. I don't know about Harko or Dar.
I was just thinking about that.
I probably didn't tell them where we were going. Waywalk would not have told them where we were going. They also are very busy. They have a lot of duties to attend to. All right. Well, I guess we just wait here until your contact arrives.
I guess.
So blend in.
I guess.
And let's just see. Let's see what we can shake loose.
Another mushroom goblet, please. I've tossed my original one.
We're gonna I speak Gnomish, Dwarvish, and Thieves' Cant. I do a little eavesdropping, just like as I'm through the.
Give me a perception check, please.
All right. It's very loud in here. I roll a 6.
It's essentially just your general shop talk for adventuring parties, like people talking about going into like unknown caves, trying to find like mushroom people, or trying to find like driders or temples to Loth and stuff like that.
I'll go to one of the adventuring parties. If you're looking for somewhere to fence some of your goods, Sparks and Sprockets, Trollskull Alley, Waterdeep, you'll find it.
You see this minotaur, like these big side silvery shoulder plate, just kind of slam his fist down, like the table absorbs like this little bit of sponginess. It's like, where the hell is that?
Waterdeep?
Ugh, Waterdeep. So far away. We can just sell it here.
Yeah, well, sometimes you end up in the big city. There's the stars, there's the lights, there's the Trollskull Manor, very famous, very nice, and a little profit on the side. Just saying, just putting it out there into your little big brain.
Give me either a performance or persuasion check, your
It'll
choice.
definitely be a persuasion check. Let's try this die, because the other ones have been not great.
Oh.
I rolled a 1, but with my persuasion, that is a 10.
Nice.
Okay, petition to bring back the rats.
Yeah, I rolled 3 1s. Wow.
Yeah, he looks at you and goes, "You got a business card?"
Yes.
I don't care. I don't.
Well, you didn't have to hurt my feelings.
I did have to hurt your feelings,
Oh.
or I would have hurt you.
Well, Mr. Minotaur, fuck you.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was aggressive.
Give me a stealth check as you make your way back into the crowd to try.
Sure. That's a 26.
Oh yeah, you so give a little
Started right away.
a little gesture in Gnomish as you whoosh, make your way under the legs of a human, and just dart off. And like you see Amalika and Yosef, you see like these two horns kind of like this bull snort as he stands up. You actually feel like the weight, and he kind of pushes people out of the way, and you can take this small little divide, crawling little area of people as Waywalk comes popping up from underneath someone's legs.
Hello. That guy is very rude.
How's business?
Not great. Anyway, you miss all the shots you don't take, and some of the ones you do.
I'm on my 3rd mushroom drink for the record. And I'm sort of like trying to find out if there's any sort of like worshipful energies here that.
Give me an Arcana check.
I don't think that's going to be. Oh, no, I got a 2 on it.
Couldn't you do religion too?
It's a 14. I think it's more about me sensing energy than being able to identify.
Yeah.
14, there's definitely some type of, it's not religious divine energy, but like a nature energy happening here. You can't quite, it's there. You're feeling it. You can't quite put your thumb on it, but there's definitely something vibing in this place.
Can I follow it to a source?
It's everywhere. It's kind of like it's omnipresent while you're here.
These people are so vague and happy and not pliant to my will.
Oh gosh, I feel so bad for
You do say, actually give me a perception check.
Straight 12.
You do see some of those squiggle marks on people indicating they're either clerics or paladins or holy worship. There's not many of them, but you do see they're scattered somewhere in this, but it's not like the same as being as like a temple or anything like that.
It's almost like you just have to like treat people normally now.
Almost.
So
I'm going to grab another mushroom cup off of that one.
So assume we're like sitting around a mushroom like little table.
If you want, yeah, you actually as soon as
we're sitting on little stools.
As soon as you think of you want a table, you notice that part of the wall begins to kind of like cave in and hollow out a little bit as you see a small little toadstool table form up, and then 3 seats form up for you as you walk towards that area of the wall. Kind of like make space for you.
Well, that is service.
You see like these little like translucent like folds of fungus and mildew come by and kind of makes like a semi-private curtain for you.
Well, I've got to say, our ghost can't do that. And he's been a little heavy on the garlic lately. I said it.
Yeah, I've had to chew a lot of ginger afterwards.
Wow. I just want you to both know that you're being very ungrateful right now.
As I sit down, I want to kind of like make a look at the room to see if anyone's watching us.
Give me a perception, and because you said that, you get advantage.
Ooh. Good. That's a 2 and an 18, so it's a 21 roll.
Yeah, you notice kind of like in that central stalk of the bar where it's got like almost like where the main bar happens, where people are getting most of their drinks and stuff from. You can see what appears to be a gnoll and a dwarf of some type, and they are making almost dagger eyes right at you, like looking right through the curtain, looking right through the crowd, and like they have laser focused on you.
I wave at them.
You see the gnoll snarl a little bit and then spits.
I like motion them to come over.
You see them both kind of hop off their toadstools. You see them as they're walking over, like these 2 cups come up from the ground as they both take a swig of a drink and like throw it to the side. And it's a walking with purpose, like just like shouldering people out of the way. Not violently, but just like they are cutting a line towards you.
What are you doing?
Hello, my friends.
Congratulations on that purposeful walk.
You're looking very tough. Looking very bossy.
Eyes on the prize,
Have you
gentlemen.
considered a cape? That would help with the swag.
You see them pull the curtains
really
aside.
gather around the knees.
It's true.
The gnoll appears to be dressed in like leather wraps and kind of little tufts of fur kind of sticking out. He's got like a scar over one eye and it's completely white with like these yellow teeth and drool just kind of.
Although the scar is very dramatic all on its own.
And the dwarf appears to be kind of like a chainmail. He's got like 2 little hand axes at his side as he crosses his arms, and you hear the gnoll just kind of like almost like a hyena, kind of like, and he kind of motions to you. Like, my friend doesn't like you.
Oh, why is that?
I don't like you either.
Well, I'm very charming and beloved by many.
Oh,
so
God,
this
it's the
seems
rats all over again.
So this seems like we got off on the wrong foot.
He says you set him up and defrauded him.
Me?
Yes.
How could I do that? This is the first time I'm meeting you guys.
He says you're lying, and his nose doesn't dissuade him. It always tells him the truth.
Gentlemen, this is obviously a misunderstanding. Maybe the news hasn't really reached down here, but I'm the famous Joseph. This is Waywocket and Amalika. We're the Trollskull Trio. We liberated you from that awful wizard Manchun. Now let's just start over. All right, like, how long have you guys been a thing?
We're not from wherever you are, and you've given us your name now. And you see the Noel's like almost like frothing at his mouth when Waywocket's name comes up. It's like, you just watch yourself around here. We don't like you.
But we're not even from here. Well, they're not even from here.
No one's from here. Well, you may be from here.
I am from here.
Oh, well, relax then, lady.
Well, like, you're just like, I just have so many follow-up questions. I mean, like, we live in Waterdeep. Did you go to Waterdeep?
I lived in the forest before that.
You're not helping. Just Waterdeep? Have they been to Waterdeep? Did you defraud them in Waterdeep?
Yeah, did I meet you in Waterdeep?
You see the Noel go,
Oh.
He says no.
Oh.
So then, he never leaves Waterdeep, except for that time he lived in the forest, but that's not the point.
My friend, he says you owe him for his stuff that you stole.
Stuff that I stole?
500 gold pieces.
That's I'm a very honest person. I did spend some time in jail, but that was a complete misunderstanding.
He says you're about to have another misunderstanding unless you pay him what is owed.
Well, you see, the thing about that is I don't have 500 dragons on me, and I don't owe you 500 dragons, you big knoll.
You see the dwarf unsheath both of his hand axes, like, then you may have a bit of a problem. We'll be waiting outside.
2 hand axes is the definition of a bit of a problem.
I just want to point out that you brought this on your. Why did you call them over? They clearly didn't like you.
Yeah, they don't like you here.
We don't like you.
You know, the only way to turn your enemies into friends is to interact with them.
Okay, how'd that work out with the rats?
They're gone.
Okay, but did you do that?
I don't know. Maybe.
I strongly feel like you didn't.
We don't know.
I mean, I strongly suspect.
You see the dwarf
They
kind of.
maybe came to their senses and realized they were being very mean to me and feel quite bad about it.
That's
or
probably
somebody
what
else
happened.
did something with it, like Harko.
Yeah, no, he told me that he didn't commit any blood
Yeah, I
magic
actually
on
don't
them.
believe he did that.
Yeah.
He's weirdly honest. But also, you didn't do anything about this.
You see the dwarf say, if the rats of Waterdeep don't like you, then I definitely know why he doesn't like you.
Well, many rats in Waterdeep do like me.
We
There was
don't know
just
that.
a specific group. We do know that. We met some in that one factory. Those guys were quite nice.
It was a complete different.
The
part
one
of
in
town.
the Xanathars, he seemed chummy with
You
me.
have 24 hours and there's no sun, so you better be good on time because my friend here is good on time.
We don't have any watches. Get out of here.
You want to give me a persuasion or intimidation check? Your choice.
I don't know if I have either of those.
You got
Oh,
charisma.
persuasion's like 6. Fuck this. I'm gonna get like a 1. I'm jinxed it
Oh, yeah, you sure
real
are.
good. Ooh, 17.
17. You see, they finally taken assessment of the situation. They were so laser focused on Waywalk that 2 clear other arcane spellcasters sitting with the gnome. As you see them take a cue, as the dwarf puts his hand axes back down, he's like, 24 hours for 500 gold. Or my friend here, he's going to get angry.
Wait,
I'm already angry. Get out of here.
Yeah, we're both pretty annoyed at the situation. So do you want us to meet us outside right now? Like I'll mess you up.
Waywalk it.
I say,
We have things to do and
you're right.
places to
Sorry.
go.
All right, yeah.
You know, this might be a nice little warm-up side battle. You know, just get us into the spirit of things. You know, we've been running the BIA, our growing movements.
Oh,
the
why don't you
magic
just go
shop.
take care of them then, Manchoon Slayer?
12 mansions!
12 mansions, gentlemen.
What was that echo?
Like, you see the dwarf nod and kind of like opens up the curtains, like 24 hours, 500 gold pieces.
24 hours, 500 gold pieces. Nice catchphrase. We'll see you later.
Like, you'll definitely see us later. As you see them exit back into the crowd.
Well, that went medium.
Okay, you are not allowed to talk to anybody. I didn't think that you would be the one that would be banned from talking to people in this scenario.
It's
but,
usually us.
I was going to say you, but okay.
Well, when you've killed 13 Manchus, you've got reputation behind
You are banned from talking next.
Only Yosef can ban me.
Carl, stealth mode.
Okay, I'm in stealth mode now.
All right. Well,
We're just making no friends.
Let's keep
Well,
it at
well,
13,
you
Carl.
know
It's
what?
catchy.
I've met 2 people so far. It hasn't gone well. Let's
I mean,
say
you've met the Minotaur guy too, so that's like 3.
No, that's 2. Well, sorry, I'm counting them as one person.
Okay, well, that's
So-
maybe where you're going wrong
It's like,
here.
wow,
Like,
and I'm
it's a
bad
little
with
bit
numbers,
rude.
boss, and he can't even count people
I
right.
know.
Look,
So if we're not
I'm counting
doing
them
this,
as individual encounters. So let's see if I can make a third friend.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I'll take another look around to see if anyone else is watching us. 10.
No, it doesn't look like you don't catch anyone else's eye. The 2
Thank
that were
God.
looking at you were definitely laser focused on you, but it seems that if people do look your way, it's just like, hey, what's going on over there?
Mhm.
Cool. But no, nothing really stands out to you.
All right. Well, I think those people don't I think that was just a mere misunderstanding that we should maybe get to the bottom of someday. But how is this guy going to make contact with us for our next step?
I don't know. Do we want to take a walk around? Do we want to go outside again for a minute? She did say she was going to send a carriage, like transportation for us. So maybe outside.
Yeah, let's take a peek. Yeah.
Yep. So do you head outside to see what is?
Let's send Carl first to make sure no one's trying to ambush us. Carl rolled a 1.
Yeah. Carl doesn't really make it outside. It's kind of like a moth to like a bioluminescent globe, just kind of providing like area lighting out on the front stoop area of the fungus glow in. It's like, it's really, I don't get how plants make light, boss. It's so outside my realm of knowledge that it's kind of pretty. It's kind of weirdly sickly green, yellowish glow. I don't understand it, but I'm enthralled. I'm captivated.
That's good, Carl. Let's just stay in your lane. Seems safe enough. Let's go.
As you make your way outside, again, it's got kind of like that deadwood feel of wooden and stone buildings, just kind of like haphazardly thrown together. But you do see coming down the street this silvery blue, about maybe 6 feet high and about like 8 feet wide, of just like the thorax of this crystalline blue spider come,
Ooh,
almost
beautiful.
like a skittering gallop down the road. And you can see it's got kind of like this like beautiful sapphire kind of bridle underneath its fangs. As you
Gives me the real creeps. Miles,
as you see almost like this Cinderella crystal carriage, horse carriage come pulling up. It's got a spired roof on top of it. And you see a dark elf dressed to the nines in like a 3-piece suit with like a red crimson tie. As he comes off and looks at you, Amalika, is like, Lady Amalika, I'm here to bring you to your mother. As he gracefully walks over and opens up the door, and you see like these crystal steps form at the bottom to kind of lift yourself into the.
Well, I'm glad I wore a cape.
Me too.
You look very gallant today, ma'am.
Thank you. I guess I'm in the spider.
Yeah, I was gonna ride in a very friendly looking spider here that doesn't look many times larger than me at all.
It's about like 6 or 7 times larger than
Oh
you.
yeah, it was. I was trying to downplay my fears.
You see, like its legs kind of just like step up and down.
When Miles means
Yeah. Sometimes it's fun to have that interaction.
It looks totally. It doesn't look aggressive at all. It just looks,
it's domesticated nightmare spider.
But give me either a nature or perception check.
Nature. Why can't I have reliable talent? That's a 7.
It's hard to say. You're a little freaked out by it, but it's just a big effing spider at this point.
All right, let's get in and close our eyes. It's a mule.
Exactly. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine.
As you climb into the carriage, the crystal kind of like absorbs itself back into the main chassis of the vehicle. As you see the attendant close the door and not lock it, but just kind of like seal it so it doesn't fly open. As again with that elven grace, jumps up to the side, and everyone else give me an insight check as well.
Oof. Oh my fucking
Oh
God.
no, Miles, what's going on?
10.
That die is super retired. That's a 9 for me in total.
15.
15. Amalika, you see him, and through the front panel of the carriage, he is given the look around like that once over. Like you've seen it before for city yards and like places of importance in Waterdeep. I've just kind of given like that scanning eye of if anything's going on. You see him snap the reins and it feels almost like you're on. It almost feels a little nauseating because there's no bumps in the road or anything. You feel like you know there should be grooves and ruts in the ground, but it feels completely smooth as you go across.
Okay, well, this is an interesting sensation. While you walk it, just keep breathing. You're going to be fine. It's fine. It's just a really graceful horse.
It's the clacking. It's the weird clacks.
It sounds almost like someone's like just tapping two gemstones together, like tick, 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 tick,
I don't
tick,
think
tick.
you're making it better.
Little weird wet mud. Ugh. It's like little schlocks.
Do you know what makes you happy? Fablin.
Oh,
Think of Fablin.
Fablin.
It's Fablin.
And his nice little
Yep.
Fablin shoes.
Yep.
So fast.
Fablin.
Anyway, gotta go fast.
You notice that as this spider is picking up some serious speed, as you see like the different overhanging rocks and different mushrooms and various different vegetation of the Underdark as you go flying by, and it gets, once you're outside of like the town proper, it gets dark. Amalika, you are. It looks like, you know, like you're out on a country drive in the middle of the day, and everyone else gets kind of like goes black and white for you, but Amalika, everything seems to be like in perfect color for you. As you see the spider picks up more and more speed, and then you see it coming up to the side of a cliff, and it looks like you're coming what appears to be a giant canyon in the Underdark, and you see the spider go right over the side, and you see the carriage go right over top, and you're actually seeing the spider going down the side of the canyon. It feels very much like that roller coaster sensation of, ooh.
Oh no.
I've never seen Fablin do this, I gotta say.
Oh, he just needs better shoes.
Or much of anything.
And you see almost like dune buggy styles like skittering across the side of the canyon wall, and it seems to be taking the off-road, as it were, a 4x4 spider carriage.
Don't think about it, Waywoggett. Like, just
hold my hand.
Oh, we're all just like holding hands. I feel like Yosef's like you.
Glad I drank those 5 mushrooms.
You actually don't feel drunk at all from them.
What? Bullshit.
But as you look out to your right, you see the canyon floor just zipping by at incredible speed. And you look out to your left, you can see almost like a stone ceiling, like several hundred feet up. And then you see what appears to be this giant column or pillar of stone. And the spider begins to wind its way up the column, and just kind of like boop goes into a hole right where the pillar meets the roof. And you seem to be in like this lovely. The lights almost come back on as you see different crystals begin to light up. Very, very Batmobile-esque as the Batman is coming back in, as it begins to light up as the carriage comes back in. And that's when you see this amazing pagoda. It's about 7 or 8 stories tall, and it's kind of carved into the side of the cave. It's a very long, narrow cave, and the stone looks purple and bluish. It looks like the corners and sides of it look a little. It looks like if Tim Burton designed a pagoda where it's got like grays and blacks and blues, and you see these. You'd say it's almost like a waterfall caught, or a picture of a waterfall caught in slow motion, where it's kind of like these like glass like waves crashing down on top of it. As you see the carriage come and pulls in front of like these beautiful black crystal gates. As you see this valet comes out and very opens the door for you. He's like, "Madam, did you enjoy your ride?"
Yeah, that was interesting. That was interesting.
Very regular for us.
It's all very interesting. Listen, does anybody else feel drunk? Because I kind of thought I'd feel more drunk.
I mean, I'm fine. I'm good.
You didn't feel any buzz or any kind of like sting of alcohol when.
We'll address that issue later.
It's like, very well. I will go stable the spiders and attend to the carriage. Please enter the gates. Follow the directions, please. Do not way off the path, and your mother will receive you.
Thanks,
Why do you
little sir.
have an ominous path? Okay. Yep.
Just
not gonna ask questions. We're just gonna not wander from the path.
Miles nods his head. In fact,
Yeah, sorry, that's not a Tory movie.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I was like, and I was glaring at.
I made a
Yosef.
face.
I was
Yeah,
Adam.
Which I refuse to describe.
Well, thank you for the lifts. Yeah, we'll be happy to follow your little waymarks.
you hear a small little click as it looks like the crystals separate in the middle of the lock, and the gates kind of slide Star Trek door style open. As you see as you get closer to it, it's like someone had almost like the Grell hunts, where the front area was like a bunch of trees, but these trees look like they're covered in like silvery tinsel from Christmas decorations.
Wow.
And any light gets reflected and catches back immediately. If anyone wants to give me like either a perception or a nature check.
It is a 13.
Nature of 12.
22.
22 in Malika. You instantly recognize these because you've seen this type of style before. They are definitely spider webs, and they appear to have little diamonds studded along the strands and kind of make this little clicking sound. And then that's when you see like these little metal signs along this very deliberate path that goes right up to the top of the pagoda. And it says, disturb the webs at your own accordance.
All right. Well, let's just not touch.
Yeah,
anything.
hands in, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Little.
Yeah.
Your toes.
Yeah, so as you're all kind of like soldier style walking up, Carl's like, do you want me to scope this place out, boss?
Yeah, go for it, Carl.
All right. Hot dog bun away. Give me a perception check for Carl.
It's only a 9.
A 9. Everyone off to your left, you hear kind of like that sound you heard before, like two little gemstones just kind of clinking into each other. And you see a small little disturbance in one of the trees off to your left as you see kind of like these two diamonds just kind of like shatter and kind of like this like sticky paste erupt over some type of invisible form. And immediately you see this giant crystalline spider lower itself down on these webs and just goes, and these two diamond fangs go right through it, and Carl's connection with you disappears.
He's dead.
For now.
Yeah. I was kind of looking forward to eating that bun, though.
You hear this chittering
It's probably stale.
as this crystalline spider or this diamond spider kind of fades and blends perfectly with its.
I just want to reiterate that we should just maybe
Hands in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss that guy, Carl.
for now.
I could use a break myself. All right. Low and slow.
You make your way up to the pagoda and you see this beautiful red door with this black spider album that looks exactly like the tattoo on your arm, Amalika. As you see, it kind of slides open, and you see this beautiful dark elf come out with like these long train of a gown.
Ooh.
It looks almost as if like she's carrying a field of snow behind her. As she comes walking out, it kind of attaches at both of her wrists and comes down to her waist. And she has this beautiful crown that looks like it's a spider thorax on her head, and her legs come around to create the front part of the crown. And she has like these crystal blue eyes and black lipstick on, and she comes out and holds her arms open. She says, "My dearest Amalika, welcome home." And we are going to call it there.
Ah.